Hello my friends, the kid from 13th Street here, and in this video I just want to give you a little context. Like, why did I start making videos back in 2007, like 13 years ago? Why did I go away for all that time, and why did I come back, and why sometimes I just do not know what to do? See, I've always been a critical thinker. I think it's more genetic than anything. Like, even when I was a very little kid, I didn't just do what I was supposed to. I didn't just think the way I was supposed to think. I just had to know why. And I wasn't just the annoying kid that's just like, why? Why? Like, I would sit there and I would have like deep thought processes. Like, why do I play with this toy? Why do I watch this show? It's just something that was always very inherent in me. So naturally, as I started to get older, I deviated from a lot of the norms that I was brought up with. I guess, namely, for example, religion. And that's what I first talked about when I joined YouTube. When I was like about 16, I started to fall out of religion. I couldn't rationalize it anymore. I was agnostic for about a year or so, but by the time I was 17, I'd say I was a full-blown atheist, and yeah, that's pretty old. It's pretty late when you put it in modern context. But like where I came up in like a small town in Minnesota that's stuck in a time warp. I mean, that's significant. And I'm glad that, the societal zeitgeist is moving forward a little bit. But back then, I mean, most people that I grew up with were religious. So when I started seeing YouTube videos very blatantly, openly criticizing religion, I identified with that. And I'm like, whoa, we're allowed to do this? People are saying this? Like, I started going down the YouTube rabbit hole and watching some secular critical thinkers just talk and having very open, honest dialogue about the negative impact of religion on society, and I was hooked. I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted my voice to be heard. And early on in my YouTube career, that was practically all I talked about, because religion has a very, very big role in a lot of the corruption, not only in this country, but all around the world. And another really important thing about that is that, like, religion's one of those things where you have people that are plenty intelligent, plenty smart, plenty good, and think that the good, otherwise critical thinkers that just kind of seem to do la 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 when it comes to all the absurdities of religion. Like, I kind of told myself that, most people are smart, but when it comes to religion, that's just something that people kind of have their blinders on about. Like, they refuse to think critically about it because it's something that threatens them existentially. Who wants to just live and then die when you've been fed this bullshit about eternal life throughout your entire life? And I just kind of accepted that. But then when you delve into other aspects just life in general, I'm a pretty big fan of professional sports. I'm repping my Tampa Bay Buccaneers shirt. I like the Minnesota Vikings, my hometown team, as well. You see people talking online, and your team does bad, and they're like, fire the head coach, bench the quarterback, fire the GM, just kind of like talking old armchair quarterbacking. The average pro sports fan is crazy. And then I just kind of got to thinking, like, maybe that's just another one of those things that people have their blinders on about. Then we get into politics, and oh my God, people's understanding of politics, especially, like, let's put this in modern context. Biden's a fucking pedophile. Trump 2020. Well, Trump is an honest individual that fights for us and doesn't take any bullshit. Trump 2020. Like, they think that Biden is some progressive champion that is fighting for us, fighting for healthcare and fighting for the environment, and they think Trump is some champion who's fighting for the average, blue collar American, and just like they basically like base their political understanding around catchphrases. Like, make America great, build back better. They don't understand the nuances. They don't understand that they're both bought and paid for. And they fight amongst their friends and families as if, like, we are the problem. Like, fuck you, you snowflake libtard. Fuck you, you racist deplorable. Like, people have their blinders on so fucking bad when it comes to politics. And then the more I think about it all, like, maybe people don't just have their blinders on. Maybe us, as the United States of America, we're just a very, very deeply unintelligent country. And the longer I exist on this planet and in this country specifically, not saying that there aren't stupid people all over the world, but it's becoming increasingly apparent to me that we're just fucking stupid. And I don't say that, like, from a position of vast superiority. I'm not just trying to, like, play more intelligent than thou, Like, I do not think, like, the barometer as to what constitutes intelligent is those that agree with me. I'll enjoy engaging with people who disagree with me. I enjoy broadening my understanding. But I think that so little thought goes into so many things that people say and do. And then when, like, I try to throw my 2 cents out here, whether it goes, like, whether I'm talking about my Facebook posts or my YouTube videos, and then people like to just put me in a corner and argue with me about the stupidest of shit, and I think I'm banging my head against the wall, like, trying to get through to anyone, because people are so married to their narratives, married to their catchphrases, married to their, like, to their little bumper sticker personalities. Like, I'll be stopped in traffic. I live in Tampa. I'm stopped in traffic frequently, and I'll be, behind someone who has a big Trump 2020 bumper sticker and a huge ass NRA sticker, and then a picture of someone pissing on liberals, or just bumper sticker personalities is a term that I use to say that you can look at 3 bumper stickers people have on the back of their car and know exactly who that person is, because they're exactly who that demographic has made them, or what they're exactly who those kind of people want them to be. And I think that's so fucking asinine. And I want to engage, like, I want to engage in dialogue. I want to exchange in ideas. I want to make YouTube videos. I want to make blog posts. I want to interact with people, but I feel like I'm banging my head against the fucking wall trying to make a difference, trying to stimulate dialogue, trying to have conversations with my fellow man. But at the same time, if I disengage, like I did for so many years, if I disengage and just say, fuck it, nobody's listening anyway, that's when the stupid win. That's when the corrupt win. That's when the special interests win. So the world needs critical thinkers to speak up. It's just such a lonely, alienating position. And if I help anyone feel like they're not alone in their struggle. If my words mean anything to anyone, please let me know. Send me a message, write me a comment. Like, that's what keeps me going, because otherwise all it is banging my head against the fucking wall. So, if you have taken the 10 plus minutes now to watch my video, I appreciate you very much. Please let me know what you think. Y'all be good.